Okay, so next technique is precipitation titration, which is also called argentometric titration. Now, why it is called argentometric titration? Because we are using AgNO3 as a titrant. So you have to remember, in argentometric titration, AgNO3 it is used as a titrant. Okay, so precipitation, as name indicates, so some insoluble precipitate is a form as a result of the analyte and titrant. So whatever the precipitate is formed, so it is titrated against the solutions. So basically this precipitation titration, it is used by the determination of the chlorides. Okay, and according to indicator use, there are three different methods that are described in precipitation titration. So first method is Moore's method, Fajans method and Volhard's. So all these three methods are used to determination of the chlorides. So this thing is, you have to remember, many a times question was asked like from the Moore's method and Fajans methods. So questions like which of the following is absorption indicator method? So Fajans method. In which of the methods, or which of the method is called direct titration method? So Moore's and Fajans are direct titration and Volhard, that is indirect titration. So for detection of the chloride, which methods are used? So Moore's, Fajans and Volhard, all these three methods are used for chloride determinations. So why these three methods are different? So it is differ based on their indicators. So again, it is a very important. In Moore's method, sodium chromate and potassium chromates are act as an indicator. In Fajans method, fluorescence is act as an indicator, and which is called adsorption indicator. Adsorption means on surface it adsorbs. And ferrous ammonium sulfate, which is called Moore's salt. Moore's salt, ferrous ammonium sulfate, which is called indicator used in Volhard method. So this is a very important thing. So in Moore's method, as I say, chromate, Fajans, it is adsorption indicator. And these two are the direct titration, this is the indirect. So let us discuss one by one. So formation of the color precipitate, that is the principle behind the Moore's methods. So first, what happened? So in all method we are using AgNO3 as a titrant. Okay, so and in sample we are using chlorides. So whatever the Ag plus are there and whatever the chloride is there in sample, so initially it gives a white color. So it gives a white color precipitate. When you are adding the indicator, so it is turned to light creamish color. And once you are adding, or once reaction is completed, so initially first whatever Cl minus is there, it is react with Ag, that gives a white PPTS of AgCl, and excess Ag plus it is titrated with chromate from sodium chromate salt as well as the potassium chromate salt, and ultimately it form a complex with the indicator, silver chromate complex, that is in red color. Okay, so this is basic behind the Moore's method. In Fajans method, what happened? Before equivalence point, that means whatever the chloride are there in the sample, so specifically we are using sodium chloride as a sample, so it is react with the Ag plus and AgCl is formed. Okay, now no further chloride is available in this sample, so this is called adsorption method. So first layer, or whatever the chloride are there, it is form a complex with Ag and first layer is formed. Then after, when we are using the indicator, so indicator are generally anionic in nature. So whatever the Ag plus are surrounded in second layer of the reagents, so that will form a complex with the indicators. So Ag plus in axis and the surface of the PPT become positively charged. Okay, so axis Ag plus it is in positively charged, and this will attract with the indicator anion and absorb it in second counter layer. So silver indicator complex is formed. So it is a direct titrations, use certain dyes. So fluorescein, it is act as a dye, as a internal adsorption indicators, and these indicator adsorb by the PPTs, and at the end point color changes is occur upon addition of AgNO3. So what happened in first step? Chloride, that is colloidal with the AgCl PPT, adsorb ion from the solutions, and these ion form primarily absorb layer, and that form a layer, and that could be hold the secondarily layer of oppositely charged ion from the solutions. So types of indicators are used. So acidic as well as the basic dyes are used. So fluorescein and eosin as a sodium salts are act as a acidic dye. So in exam question like which of the following is a acidic dye? So eosin and fluoresceins are acidic dye, and basic dye like rhodamine and phenylephrines are basic dye. So as I said that when you are adding the indicator, so it is yellow is green in color, and once all Ag is complex with Cl, so axis Ag react with the fluorescent indicator, and that form a Ag fluorescence complex, and it gives a red color. So red color is a color change. Now next is a Volhard method. So in Volhard method we are using, it is indirect titrations of the halide with AgNO3 in presence of nitric acid, and axis AgNO3 is determined by titration with potassium thiocyanate using ferric alum is an indicator. It is also called ferrous ammonium sulfate. It is also called ferric alum. So first what happened, whatever the chloride is there in the solution, so that will form a AgCl. Axis Ag, it is react with the cyanide, thiocyanate, which is available in the mixtures, that is form a silver thiocyanate complex, and silver remaining thiocyanate that will make a complex with the indicator which is called ferric alum. So that form a ferric thiocyanate complex, and which is in colored. It is called ferric thiocyanate complex. Now if we look at the summary of the all methods, so Moore's method generally chromate indicator is used and color change is yellow to red. Volhard methods, we are using ferric alum as a Fe3+ as well as the ferric alum, or another name is ferrous ammonium sulfate or Moore's salt, which is used as an indicator in Volhard method, and color change is clear to red color. And in Fajans method, it is called adsorption indicator. Dichlorofluoresceins or eosins are used, and color is pink at the end point. Okay, so what you have to remember from these titration, so argentometry titration, that means AgNO3 is used. Second thing is indicator, so chromate indicator used in Moore's method, ferric alum or Moore's salt or ferrous ammonium sulfate, it is used in Volhard method, and adsorption indicator like dichlorofluoresceins, eosin dye are used in Fajans method. Moore's method and Fajans method are direct titration methods. Volhard is an indirect titration method. It is axis Ag+ is titrated with thiocyanides, and at the end point ferric thiocyanate complex is formed that gives a red color. So these all are some important points from the precipitation titrations. These are some applications of the precipitation titration. So apart from chlorine, it can also use for analysis of these negatively charged species. Not that much important. So only you have to remember it is for